The Red Pill, the Code of Change. I'm Renzo Buya, I'm your host. This is episode 17 with Karinaflindt from Denmark. This episode is about the rituals. Why are they so important, and the difference between a habit and a ritual, and how they can help us to get good habits and help us all life. This is the Red Pill with Karinaflindt. Welcome, Karina, again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
We're going to have a great conversation about the morning rituals. The last episode, you told me a little about this, and we decided to make a special episode about this, and it's very, very interesting. And I have listened about the morning rituals, but you say, okay, also the night rituals, no?
The night is actually more important than the morning, I think.
Okay, nice. Okay, I'm here to listen to you and the audience. Maybe my first question is, what is a ritual, no?
Yeah, and I think it's a good question. I think it's important that when we talk about rituals, and to me, rituals versus habits, why do rituals, why do habits? What is the difference? Because for some people, it might seem like the same thing. And maybe I should start with telling you the background for why I got into this idea of creating my own evening and morning rituals. As your audience who might have heard the previous episode, they know that I went through a period of long-term stress, and I had to find solutions to make my life better. I had to find solutions to calm down. And in all this, I realized that when I went to bed, my body would still be high on adrenaline. My mind would be racing with thoughts. I couldn't relax. I couldn't fall asleep. But it was the same in the morning. It was hard for me to get out of bed. I'm not a morning person. I like to snooze. But even if I felt like I actually managed my bedtime so properly, getting out of bed is not that easy for me, and I would be rushing to get ready for work and go to work, and I hated it. It was an awful start to the day. And as I got introduced to a sleep coach who has been working with some of the most famous athletes, like players of Manchester United and Tour de France riders and that level of athletes, I got into looking at my days as 90-minute cycluses. And then I figured to myself, I can use this. I mean, I can not only improve my sleep, but I can use this to make my morning less stressful and see how that can have a positive impact on my life and on my stress level. But even more interesting, how can I use my evening to calm down and make sure that I fall asleep at night? How can I use my evening to process my day, my thoughts, my emotions, and how will that affect my morning? So it came from a place of probably a bit of desperation, but also curiosity. I just wanted to feel better. I wanted to do something, and I had to do something right away. I couldn't just sit and wait for change, because then it wouldn't come. And the thing is, with habits, it's what we usually hear about, what we usually talk about when we want to make changes in our lives, change your habits, change your life, blah, blah, blah. We've all heard it before. The thing with the habit is just that habits are things we do with little or no conscious thought. It happens automatically. So think about this. Your habit takes place without you being fully present in the action. And with so many people living life on autopilot, feeling stressed out, feeling like they just go through the motions. How are habits that you do without being present and conscious about why you do it, how it feels, how is that serving you? Just a thought. The rituals, on the other hand, they're more symbolic, and they have a purpose. And I think that rituals is a more conscious way of making a transition from one state, one emotional state, one mental state, one physical state to another. With the rituals, we're more present and we're more aware of why we do it, what outcome we want, how is it going to affect us, how does it feel doing this. And that is for me the huge difference in habits and rituals. And that is why I think that rituals in the evening and the morning is so important for our well-being. Now, rituals can contain habits because a habit has to be created, and a habit will be created when you've done something enough times for it to become automated.
Yes.
So I would say the very best scenario might actually do, if you want to create a new habit, maybe create a ritual that can help you create a habit that serve you. I think it's very important with the habits that we have that they serve us. The habits have to be something that makes us healthier, makes us feel good, that are, sustainable in the long run. And yeah, that's kind of where I start off in my approach to habits and rituals.
But okay, maybe I was a little confused before the before this episode, and we share the people. Okay, please make questions, and I did a little video, and I thought, okay, my habits in the morning, no, meditate, exercise, and this, and then one friend of us told, okay, what's the difference between habits and rituals? You say now, and I was really confused because I said, okay, for me the ritual is like a habit, no, but I don't know. It's more. You said, okay, have is or the habit has the importance. It's not just automatic, or but
Most habits are automatic. The definition that I take on here about habits are that they happen with little or no consciousness. I mean, how conscious are we about brushing our teeth in the morning? Something triggers us to start this action of brushing our teeth, but do we mentally and emotionally tap into why we do it, how it feels, the outcome of brushing our teeth? Why do we do it with one hand and not with the other hand? Do we explore it? Are we aware and conscious and really present in that moment of doing this action, or does it just happen because? And then it's on purpose that I say nothing after because why do we do it? And for me, here's a huge difference. When people smoke, how aware are they of why they light that cigarette? Or do they just do it because of something? They've done it so many times that even though they know it is unhealthy for them and it stinks, they still do it.